somehow or other they don't want their members to be members of those.
Because they're equated with secret societies.
Mm-hmm. And I have never, obviously I have never been privy to anything about that. I don't understand them exactly, and I don't, know much about them. I have respect for people who belong to them, because I see no reason to not have respect for them. But at any rate, for that reason, they did not stay with that church and have been members of St. Martin's Lutheran always. In my growing up years, and my parents were until they died, and I was till I left there. I was a member of the church, and we'd go to church regularly. They kept up the German for a long time, that we'd have, I can remember when we had German service early at 8 o'clock and English at 11. Of course, Sunday school we had a young people's organization that was called Luther League. One time I went with Luther Leaguers for some meeting with other church groups, I guess, at Seguin, at that time was called a college. Now they have university status at Seguin.
Oh, Texas Lutheran?
Yeah, Texas Lutheran. And there are other Lutheran colleges and universities where they have preparation for being a pastor, working in the church. There are colleges elsewhere. I don't know whether ours here concentrates on preparing for the ministry. I guess I should know that, but I don't.
Can you say anything to whoever's watching this in 50 years about the importance of church?
Well, of course, I've learned to say a prayer before bedtime, and we always said prayer at the table. More apt to be memorized prayer than just off the cuff.
What would be the meal prayer?
Well, there's one in German that is so well known in English too, that says, "Come, Lord Jesus, be our guest, and let this food to us be blessed." And in German, you say, "Komm, Herr Jesu, sei unser Gast, und segne, was du uns beschert hast." It's the same.
And you'd say that before breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Anytime.
What about morning prayers? Did you say morning prayers?
I don't think we necessarily had that habit.
But before you fall asleep?
Oh yes.
And what would you say then?
And that I still know the one that I learned early. That's "Müde bin ich, geh zur Ruhe, schließe meine Äuglein zu. Vater, lass die Augen dein über meinem Bette sein. Hab ich Unrecht heut getan, sieh es, lieber Gott, nicht an. Deine Gnade und Jesu Blut machen alle Schaden gut." And I want to show you that, and I have it as a song in a book that was sent to one of the first correspondents I had way back in my high school days.
Would you translate that prayer real quick?
Sure. Müde bin ich means I'm tired. Geh zur Ruhe, I'm going to rest. Schließe meine Äuglein zu, I'm closing my eyes. Vater, lass die Augen dein. Father, let your eyes über meinem Bette sein, means over my bed. Then the second verse is, hab ich Unrecht heut getan? Have I done something that's not right? Unrecht. Recht is right. Right? Sieh es lieber Gott nicht an. Dear God, see it, don't see it. Or, you know, forgive it, I suppose. I could have to put that word in there, but it's not, there's not a word in it like that in there. But sieh es nicht an, just don't look at it. Deine Gnade, your mercy, und Jesu Blut, Jesus' blood, machen alle Schaden gut, make all harm or shames good. I'm using, of course, a little good is in there, you know, with we're talking, of course, forgiveness or whatever. I think it's a beautiful prayer.
Are there any other things, prayers you say to draw for strength, health, anything that you carry with you that you say that you...
Well, I'm trying to be just, you know, from the heart from here on out, you know. We were not trained in the Lutheran Church, as I have observed that the Baptist Church, I think, does a good job of that. But because I have several in the family who are Baptist, and I have been noticing whenever anyone's called, I mean, anyone can be called on to pray in a group, and they are right ready to take it up and take care of that. Whereas we were not doing that much in the Lutheran Church. We prayed together, or you know, with somebody leading, but it was always more. You knew ahead of time you were going to do it, or you know, thought out what you were going to say a little more. I don't know. It's just a little less formal. I mean, we were more formal, I guess, in a way. Seems so to me, anyway.
I'm going to turn it off.
Question of moral issues and the commandments, for goodness sake, we had to memorize all of that. And there's Luther put together a catechism, it's called, where the Apostles' Creed, confession, I believe in Jesus Christ, the only Son, our God, and so forth. You know, there are several Christian creeds. Now, we have just a new book for all the service and hymns. I get a little just almost tired because it's gotten so long, and it seems I have a hard time getting back and forth from one thing to the other. Whereas the one we did have, I had memorized it, you know, and when I visited,